Skal vi ud og snakke med Rusty igen? Og en stakkels hund.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Super.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right. Thanks.
Fair nok, Rusty. Lover's Peak.
Look,
Så.
Al,
Nej.
you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Jamen, så tager vi bilen. Smutter. Nu har vi fået nøglen til en anden skur. Altså et hus.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al! Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry! They'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again. Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here. Spiders, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Så jeg har da ikke set Deliverance, så
Real funny, Al. Real funny. Haha, thank you. Just sit here in the dark.
så det hvor han snakker det der pisse irriterende, altså. Jeg har da ikke set Deliverance, og det er en gammel film fra 70'erne, tror jeg, med Burt Reynolds, som også sådan set er uhyggelig. Så hvis I ikke... den er ret vild. Fed film.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort.
Jeg gør det.
I'll be with
Bare
you here at every...
Barry. Så lidt mundtøjet. Det er jo ikke til at holde ud at høre på. Snakker hele tiden. Sådan det er frustrerende. Ja. Så ved at kigge lidt, så finder man det, man leder efter. Nej. Nå, så
Barry had
mangler vi
never
en.
gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Jo, det er jo spændende. Jesus.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Okay. Fint. Vi snakker bare random snak, så det er ikke så vigtigt. Nej. Så. Så starter det med igen. Hans mareridt. Jesus. Ugh. Oh my god.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really
What?
went down there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like.
Eesh.
No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? okay?
Jesus.
I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Creepy. Jesus Christ. Hvad var det? Hang der noget der? Nej, åbenbart ikke. Ellerwood Natural Trail. Det skulle ifølge Moonshine Cave, Lovers Peak. Do not feel wildlife. Det lader vi så være med. Okay, så det er
Rose knew
random.
that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Så det er rimelig random, og de der manuskriptsider, som de kommer, altså de er ikke i rækkefølge åbenbart. Så måske vi kan nå at få dem alle sammen. Jeg tror, her er måske noget, måske. Der er en mere.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page." The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
No.
Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone?
Hello?
Please help! Back here. I'm back here.
Jesus.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Hold op, det var helt mørkt.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Oh.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Batterier og armor. Lækkert.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
No. Oh.
Rusty!
Rusty, for helvede.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Okay.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Jesus. Det må jeg nok sige. Der er fuld skrald på her.
Please don't feed the animals.
Ja, så Rusty. Rusty på nogen.
Instructions at all times. Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Never.
What?
Two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed at all times.
Hvordan?
Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park grounds. This includes even rocks you may find along the river, or even simple berries, sir.
Hvor er du henne, Rusty? Hvor fanden Rusty? Nej. Men så mistede vi jo Rusty til the dark side. Det løb. Det smuttes.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Så. Nu tror Barry også på os. Det er jo lækkert.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Aww. batterier og bønder, så gør det. Lover's Peak.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Entering Moonshine Cave. Ja tak. Kan vi komme ind? Så gør vi det. Yes. Der er de... Der er en cache herinde, eller en kiste med noget godter, må det ikke? Site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. 1919 til 1933. Okay. Jeg kan bare se på en gul bil. Ja, tak. Ja, så er der en shotgun. Flaggun. Batterier. Det var lækkert. Nå, men det var da heldigt, at vi lige tjekkede den her Moonshine Cave ud. Moonshine er jo sådan noget hjemmebrand, som man smuglede under Prohibition, som var en periode, hvor alkohol var ulovlig i USA. Nej, så kan ikke lyse sgu. Mere. What? Dude. Ej, lad være med at kaste med... Hvad helvede? Ej, hvor er det anstrengende, at I ikke kan lade være med at så kaste med økse. Det er jo sindssygt. Hvad vi er? Ja, det er mine. Jesus. Lover's Peak. Men nu er vi nødt til at se, hvad der er herovre, jo.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated. But she really tried to help. She was smart, too. Knew a lot about what was going on in the town. Knew a lot about Al. Even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Okay. Ref. Eller shotgun. Visitor souvenir and Lover's Peak. The Great Old One. Okay. The great old one fell by lightning in lyn smadrede træet i 37. This exceptional tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir. Det er eller en træ. Er over 200 år gammel. Stretch beyond ja, ifølge sådan en gammel legende, så skulle den nå højere end stjernerne. Men da den faldt, så kunne man så måle den var 66 meter lang. Eller høj, eller hvad det hedder. Det var tæt på en rekord. Vanvittigt. Ej, wow. Lækkert. Checkpoint reached. Wake sees the torch.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Okay. Ja, vi har ikke set den der omkring længe. Bjørne. Far for bjørne. Okay. Kom man. Ja, gud. Yes, fedt. Så vil jeg kun være lutter på bønder, og det er jo træls. Hvad er den derude? Nej. Lover speak. Fedt. Det var lige den her vej til at starte med. Nightingale
Agent
arrival.
Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.